Have you ever wondered why so many people work so hard, push themselves day and night, but still fail? Why is it that some people, with fewer resources, less talent, even fewer opportunities, still rise to the top while the majority stay stuck in the same cycle of frustration? It's not because they're smarter, it's not because they're luckier, and it's definitely not because life is easier for them. The truth is, most people fail because they ignore something so simple, so obvious, that it almost feels unbelievable. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Listen carefully, because this might be the moment that changes everything for you. We live in a world obsessed with shortcuts. Everyone is searching for the fastest way to succeed, the quickest hack, the easiest strategy. But here's the raw, uncomfortable truth. The majority of people fail, not because they're incapable, but because they ignore the foundation, the invisible law that decides whether you rise or fall. And I'll tell you this straight, it's not motivation. Motivation fades. It's not talent. Talent without direction is wasted. And it's not even opportunity, because opportunity without preparation turns into regret. The reason most people fail is because they ignore consistency. That's right, consistency. The quiet, boring, unglamorous act of showing up again and again, even when you don't feel like it, even when no one is watching, even when progress feels painfully slow. Think about it. How many dreams have you abandoned, not because you couldn't do it, but because you gave up too soon? How many times did you start something with fire in your chest, only to quit when the results didn't come fast enough? That's the truth. Success doesn't belong to the smartest, the strongest, or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who refuse to stop. And yet, people keep ignoring it. They scroll endlessly, searching for a secret formula, when the real answer has been in front of them the whole time. Consistency, the ability to stay, to fight, to endure, to repeat the process until it becomes impossible to fail. Let me tell you this. The bridge between failure and success is not built overnight. It's built brick by brick, action by action, habit by habit. And here's the shocking part. Most people could succeed if they only stayed long enough to see their effort compound. But they don't. They give up at the exact moment they're about to break through. So if you're sitting there thinking, maybe I'm just not good enough, maybe I'll never make it, let me be the voice that tells you, you're wrong. You can make it, but only if you stop ignoring what truly matters. Because success doesn't demand perfection. It doesn't demand instant results. It only demands this, that you keep showing up every single day, no matter how small the progress feels. And if you're still listening right now, then maybe you're not like most people. Maybe you're ready to stop ignoring the truth. Maybe you're ready to finally face the one thing that separates failure from success. This is where everything changes. Now, let's be real for a moment. I know what you're thinking. Consistency? That sounds too simple. I've tried before. I stayed consistent. I worked hard, but nothing changed. Maybe it just doesn't work for me. And if that's what's running through your mind right now, I get it, because I've been there too. You show up every day, you put in the effort, and yet it feels like the world is blind to your struggle. You see other people moving ahead, celebrating wins, and you're stuck, asking yourself, why not me? Here's the thing most people don't realize. Consistency is not just about repetition. It's not just about doing something over and over again. It's about building momentum. And momentum takes time. That's why most people fail. They quit before momentum has a chance to build. Think about a heavy flywheel. At first, it's almost impossible to move. You push, you strain, and it barely shifts. But the more you push, the easier it gets. Slowly, it begins to turn faster and faster, until the very thing that felt impossible now moves with unstoppable force. That's what your effort is like. That's what your life is like. But the painful truth is, most people never get there. Not because they can't, but because they stop. They stop when it hurts. They stop when it's boring. They stop when they can't see the reward immediately. And I need you to ask yourself this. How many times in your life have you stopped right before your breakthrough? How many times did you tell yourself, maybe it's not worth it, maybe I'm not good enough, and walk away, when you were only inches away from the result you were chasing? That's why I'm telling you, this isn't just about success. This is about you, your potential, your future. Because every time you quit, you're not just stopping an action. You're teaching your mind to settle. You're telling yourself, I can't. And the more you repeat that, the more it becomes your reality. But here's the part you might not have heard before. Just like quitting becomes a habit, so does consistency. Every time you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're sending yourself a different message. You're saying, I can, I will, I don't stop. And that identity, once built, becomes unshakable. Look, I know life throws storms at you. I know you're tired, exhausted, sometimes even hopeless. But success is not reserved for people with perfect conditions. Success belongs to the people who decide, I'm not quitting. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how many times I fall. I don't care how silent the results feel right now. I'm still here. Because the truth is, the world doesn't reward those who start strong. It rewards those who finish. And you, listening right now, you have a choice. You can be like most people, ignoring the simple truth, walking away, convincing yourself it's impossible. Or you can be the rare one, the one who keeps going, the one who embraces the grind, the one who proves to the world that, yes, consistency is the secret, and you never ignored it. This isn't motivation. This isn't hype. This is reality. And if you want to win, if you want to finally stop failing, then stop ignoring the truth that's been in front of you all along. You know, there was a time when I believed I was cursed. No matter how hard I tried, nothing seemed to work. I would start something, stay focused for a while, and then life would throw a distraction, an obstacle, or just this deep sense of fatigue, and I'd stop. And every time I quit, I felt smaller, more powerless, like maybe I was never meant to succeed. But then something shifted, and I want to share that shift with you, because it's the reason I'm even talking to you today. The shift was this. I realized consistency wasn't about perfection. It wasn't about doing everything right every single day. It wasn't about waking up at 5 a.m., grinding nonstop, or never making mistakes. Consistency was about one thing: returning, coming back. No matter how many times I failed, no matter how many times I messed up, I decided, I will come back. That changed everything. Because the truth is, no one is flawless. Everyone fails. Everyone falls off. But the ones who win, they're the ones who come back stronger, again and again, until failing stops scaring them. And here's where it gets powerful. When you start building that kind of resilience, people notice. They may not cheer for you at first. They may laugh. They may doubt. They may roll their eyes when you say you're trying again. But when they see you keep showing up, day after day, year after year, that's when everything changes. Not just in their eyes, but in your own. Because suddenly, you're no longer the person who quits. You're no longer the person who doubts. You've transformed into someone unstoppable. And the world responds to that energy in ways you can't even imagine. Opportunities appear. Doors open. People who ignored you before start paying attention. But more important than all of that is this. You begin to believe in yourself. You stop waiting for someone else to validate you. You stop depending on luck, or timing, or approval. You carry this deep conviction inside you. I will not fail because I do not stop. And that conviction, that's magnetic. That's unbreakable. That's the reason why people who once thought you were ordinary suddenly wonder how you did it. They don't realize that the secret was never talent, never luck, never some hidden advantage. The secret was the courage to keep showing up when most people gave up. Now think about your own life. Think about all the times you quit. Think about the dreams you abandoned, the projects you left halfway, the promises you made to yourself and never kept. Painful, right? But here's the good news. Your story isn't over. You can rewrite it starting today. You don't need to be extraordinary to change your life. You just need to be consistent enough to let momentum build. And once it does, it feels like magic. Except it isn't. It's you. It's your persistence. It's your decision to never again ignore the truth that most people do. So when I tell you that most people fail because they ignore this, I'm not just giving you advice. I'm handing you the key I wish I had years ago. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait until you feel ready. Because the truth is, you'll never feel ready. Start now. Stay consistent. Build momentum. And watch the world transform around you. And now, as we come to the end of this journey, let me tell you something that might just change the way you see your life. You see, most people fail not because they lack talent, not because they lack intelligence, but because they ignore the silent signals life keeps sending them. They keep waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, the perfect set of conditions. But perfection never arrives. Instead, life gives you whispers, small nudges, little chances that look too small to matter. And if you keep ignoring them, they disappear. And with them, your chance to rise. Think back. How many times have you felt like giving up, but something told you, just hold on a little longer? That wasn't random. That was life testing your strength. But most people, yes, most, ignore that test. They take the easy way out. They settle for less. And they tell themselves, maybe it just wasn't meant for me. But here's the truth. Success is meant for you. Fulfillment is meant for you. The only question is, will you listen to those whispers? Will you take action when it's uncomfortable, when it's scary, when no one's clapping for you yet? Because listen closely. The people you admire, the ones you think were lucky, they weren't lucky. They just noticed what others ignored. They acted when others hesitated. And slowly, brick by brick, they built something extraordinary. And right now, you have a choice. Will you ignore this moment, or will you let it be the turning point of your life? If you've watched this far, that already means something. It means deep inside, you're not like most people. You don't want to settle. You're still searching, still hungry, still fighting for a reason to keep going. And that hunger, that drive, that's the exact proof that you're not done yet. You're not finished. And trust me, you are closer than you think. So here's what I want you to do. Don't just let this video be another piece of content you scroll past. Take it as a wake-up call, a reminder that your life is bigger than your excuses, bigger than your fears, bigger than the opinions of people who don't even walk in your shoes. Most people fail because they ignore this truth. But you're not most people. And if you believe that, if you feel that, then right now, I want you to commit. Commit to yourself. Commit to growth. Commit to proving to the world and to yourself that you're built for more. And if this message spoke to you, if it lit even the smallest spark inside you, then stay with me subscribe, join this community, because I promise you, we're not stopping here. Every single video is another brick in the foundation of your strength, your courage, your comeback story. I believe in you, even when you don't believe in yourself. And one day, I promise, you'll look back at this moment and whisper, "That's when everything started to change." Because trust me, this isn't the end. This is just the beginning.